Oh, that guy got erased.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Engineer's Assets, a brand new series I am starting to go over each and every one of the Engineer's unlocks and shows you how to properly utilize and enjoy using them. To start off, we've got the Frontier Justice, one of the Engineer shotguns. This baby is only 3 bullets in a clip, no random crits, but when your sentry gun has been destroyed, if it happened to get a kill, the Engineer will be awarded 2 stored critical hits to use at any time in his shotgun, and if the sentry gun got an assist, the Engineer will be granted 1 crit. This feature of the Frontier Justice is why I love using it so much. Guaranteed critical hits on NG is something so nice to have, which if you played enough NG, you will know what I'm talking about. Being a light class with only a shotgun and a temporary sentry gun to defend yourself, you'll find having a 180 damage punch right in the face to anybody looking to pick on you is a very viable option to have. Here's where the questions come in though. When is the best time to use the crits I get? How should I play knowing my shotgun has only 3 shots in it now? Where should I put my sentry guns so they can safely get me critical hits? This is what I will be going in depth about in this video. Firstly, starting off with what loadout to pair your Frontier Justice with in your games. Though playstyles exist and are completely subjective, I will recommend running the Wrangler and the Gunslinger with the Frontier Justice. So hear me out. Why put the Wrangler with a gun that was only half the offensive potential than stock, you stupid idiot? Well, allow me to explain. The Wrangler plus mini sentries the Gunslinger allows you to put down are a very viable and very awesome secondary damage source when your Frontier Justice isn't loaded up on crits or is just emptied out of shots, which will happen a lot because it only has 3 shots in it. Because a mini sentry can be put up practically anywhere and be set up in like 3 seconds is a great thing by itself, but pair it with the Wrangler and you've got a buffed, fast-firing, annoying piece of scrap on your hands. A wrangled mini sentry has a surprising amount of resistance to what used to one-shot / destroy it really fast before, like direct hits, pipes, stuff like that. And since the Frontier Justice is a shotgun, I found myself unable to take fights with enemies who are medium to long range, but if you have a wrangled mini, those pesky snipers are no issue. If you happen to get a kill, or 3, with your wrangled mini sentry, then destroy it and get aggressive with those critical hits that you now have on your Frontier Justice. Not stupid aggressive, but oh, that sniper right over there who doesn't see me coming and has no other teammate around to protect him, kind of aggressive. Just try to sneak past the enemy or get creative with your spots around corners. Just make sure those critical shots connect, or you might be sitting duck face to face with a soldier with no critical hits left in your gun. Another reason why mini sentries and the Wrangler are so effective is because mini sentries are also stupid replaceable. They only cost 100 metal, so you can build 2 guaranteed minis in a single life, and if you manage to kill someone with your mini, they'll just drop 100 more metal for you to build another one with instantly. Trust me, I know it sounds impractical, but I've used this strategy and it worked like a charm for me many times. Just make sure you know how to aim that laser. Well, even if all that didn't convince you, maybe you want to play smarter and less mini-sentry oriented. Then another viable loadout to pair with the Frontier Justice would be the stock pistol and Eureka effect. Pretty basic, I know, but damn, super effective if you know what you're doing. As you might expect, the stock pistol is a very reliable and effective secondary source of damage. Where and when you inevitably run out of shots in your Justice, whip it out and pray to God the spread on that thing is in your favor and you manage to hit enough shots to save your bacon. The reason why the Eureka effect is so viable when paired with the Justice is because of engineering. Again, hear me out. NG can put a teleporter exit in a prop or a hidden location and teleport behind enemy lines, and with a sentry kill or 2, have crits in his gun. Then when behind the enemy, transform into a ranged spy with his crit shotgun hits. Once again, I just wanted to emphasize the effectiveness of NG with crits when no one expects it. A 180 damage crit to the face on any class that isn't a full health soldier or heavy can be fatal, and Engineer with that power is why I love the Frontier Justice and what it brings to the table for NG. As an Engineer, enemies expect you to cower in fear when they pursue you, and that fear is completely replaced by dopamine when you one-shot hit them for getting too cocky and thinking they can come over and get their free kill. That feeling is so rewarding, and oh so worth trying this gun out for at least a couple of times. Now, to cover the critical hits feature a little more in depth, and how to spend / gain these precious shots most effectively. I recommend playing defensively when having 0 crits stored in your gun. Seems pretty obvious, but I see a lot of NGs just rushing in with 0 crits on their gun, and just ended up doing 22 damage and dying / retreating. So, please, when you have no crits on your gun, do not play aggressively. No reason to unless you are trying to play with minis and Wrangler, like I was saying earlier. You'll want to hang a reasonable distance back from the fight, not too far or not too close, and let your sentry gun rack up some kills. Since your crits get reset when you die, I recommend about 2 kills or 3 kills on your gun before you rush out and use the crits. That means you have 4 to 6 crits to use whenever you like on enemies pushing, medics, heavies, spies trying to be sneaky, anything under the sun. Just make sure you don't run into the enemy engineer sentry, since crits do not work on buildings. Then, if you are still alive and have used all your crits, come back to your buildings and build another sentry and restart the process. This pattern of getting crits safely, using crits safely, and getting key picks / nice kills, and coming back to safety to do it all again is quite an easy way to top score and be a fantastic team player. You gotta remember Engineer's limitations when playing aggressively with him. You may have 100% crits and insane damage output, but you could always miss your shots or get caught out by too many enemies and only having 3 shots to fend them off, or overextend into an Uber exchange. Engie is a squishy little Texas man, and you have to remember, just because you have crits, you can still die very easily. Play smart and know where you aren't going to be useful, and you'll get some pretty awesome frags with your crits. That said, let's talk about the half your clip feature. This can be extremely apparent in some cases, and can be a little demanding on newer players who haven't quite got aiming their gun down yet. Missing shots with this thing is very punishing, very much especially when having crits, because it's a lot of wasted damage in one of your 3 shots that you'll have to secure a kill. My biggest tip for Engies looking to use this more often is to practice shotgun aim. As you've seen in some of the clips, I've missed a lot of shots, which is why I left those clips in the video, because it helps prove how important getting your full damage output is. Random bullet spread is a huge pain for this gun, especially at mid-range encounters. Since crits don't have damage fall off, you'd think I'd recommend sniping with this thing. Well, sure, if you're certain it won't waste your potential damage with the crits you've stored, do what you must to secure the kill on the retreating enemy, but make sure you remember this is a shotgun and play accordingly. Back to the 3 shots problem. There are ways an Engie can get kills on higher health targets with only 3 shots. One way you could do this is to destroy your sentry that has a kill or assist on it with your own construction PDA to gain some crits for the target. Or you could play some mind games with your enemy and play it safe when fighting them. Whatever it is you do, just make sure you use your shots wisely, try to get full damage potential out on your limited shots, and to know when to retreat back to your building / team. Remember, you are an engineer, and that's something I forget constantly when playing them. You've got to keep your cool and not just run into that one soldier with your 3-shot frontier justice and die embarrassingly. If you want to play Engie that way, there's another weapon for that, and that said weapon will be talked about next time on Engineer's Assets. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic day.